Hey, it's your girl Empress Zinga, welcoming you back to GineOn.com. Today we're going to be speaking to Sheena Rose, international visual artist, Bajan, Wanawi. She has been doing so much work these past couple of weeks, months, even years. But today we're going to be speaking also more in depth about art, but the art of business. So Sheena, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Empress.
I wanted to start off, first of all, with some of the things you've been doing these past couple of weeks. The biggest one so far that has been the buzzword was your painting being on Empire on Fox Season 6. Is that correct?
Yes, it was on Empire Season 6. I waited so long just to see that moment. That is such a big deal. How that happened, they emailed me. I will be honest, 2 years ago, and I was like screaming and everything, and then it didn't quite happen the first time, but then later on it came back to me, and I was like, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And they asked for a Black Obeah, and Emery Butcher and my brother Corey Rose behind the scenes was hustling, documentary work, and then there I am, Empire Season 6.
Beautiful.
So being on Empire is like such a big deal because there's this wealthy Black family, and also the show have a buzz about the art in the show.
Yeah.
And they have like John Michelle Basquiat, Kahenley Wiley, Ebony G. Patterson, she from Jamaica, Carol Walker, many other successful Black artists. So once you see these artists in the show, it means that you're up to a certain level and you're up to luxury.
Wow.
So Sheena Rose in Cookie House, in Cookie Building.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. You also did some work with the IDB. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, the Inter-American Development Bank.
Yes.
That was such a big deal. It was my first mural. My first mural, and it was like 2 stories or 2.5. It was like 2 stories big, like kind of like a whole room, a staircase. And I was approached by 2 curators, Jonathan Goldman and Manuela Reyes, and they approached me and said, hey Sheena, we're having this new space in the Inter-American Development Bank headquarters in Washington, D.C. called KIT, Knowledge, Innovation, Innovative and Communication.
Okay.
And they told me that we're looking at the future.
Okay.
And how do you interpret the future? How do you see the future? So there and then I wasn't like thinking about the future per se, even though I always talk about the development of the art scene in Barbados or in the Caribbean. I really had to sit down about thinking about the future. So what I did is in every interview I had talking about the mural at the IDB, I always mentioned the first color I put was red.
Okay.
Because I was very angry and very passionate. And then I started to merge different patterns together and merge different cities and towns that they're associated with.
Okay.
So I put like orange for transitioning, yellow for hope, green for landscape, dark blue for the reality of the sea, and so on like that.
Okay. There was also a lot of stuff with you going on with Vogue as well. Tell us about that. Okay. How did that come about?
So I would tell you the truth. This year have been like a roller coaster with like emotions and growth and discovery and stuff like that. So while I was doing the mural, I think when I came back home, I also created our events called Let's Have a Conversation, because I believe that we should have conversation. I believe, to me, the space is too afraid, it's frightened, and I know that I'm starting to get into a position of, I don't want to say the word privilege, but a little bit of power too. So it's like, you know what, I'm not scared to say. I would create a platform that you're okay to say. Okay. You know? So later on, while working on these events, Vogue emailed me too. Okay. And I was like, hello.
Hi, Vogue.
Okay, hi, Vogue. Right. So then I was like, okay. So then I said, we would like to interview you. Will you be interested? Of course. Will you be interested? We're doing this 6-day feature on Instagram, and we love
Beautiful.
to highlight you. And so they asked me some really interesting questions. I told them about growing up as a kid being an artist, and then from there I became political. I did tell them about how I see the space and how I would like to see it develop. And then Getty Images also pop up. Photographer Sean Drates did a photo shoot with me, and I felt honored because again, it's like empire. Once you get your photos taken by Getty Images, that means you up to a certain level. And then something else happened. Perez Art Museum doing a large mural, and that was another big thing for me. So that's technically my second mural, and there were like 9 feet tall women. So it was like these 9 inches women to 9 feet tall women. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be rich. So therefore, you gotta educate yourself. You gotta understand taxes. You gotta understand salaries. You gotta understand to pay yourself. I want the arts, the creative, I want them to realize that they are a business.
When you see Barbados in terms of the value of art and that discussion of what is valuable in the art scene, what do you see? What is your interpretation of what you see here with us?